good.
All right. Well, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever and whenever you are, and welcome to this special edition of Take the Points.
A true underdog March Madness podcast.
Oh, nice. I'm here with Robbie and with Steve. How you guys doing?
Doing great.
Steve is back.
Steve is back.
Big Daddy Steve in the flesh. Big Data Steve today.
Ooh.
Data. It's data. It's data.
Big Data Steve.
Big Data Steve. That's a hell of a nickname for you.
I'll take it.
We're doing something fun tonight. We just did a little bit of a March Madness podcast last night. We brought in special guest Billy. We dove deep in MSU hoops. Billy is a former MSU team manager, so we kind of talked a lot about March Madness already, and specifically about Michigan State. But tonight we're doing something a little bit different, something I've never done before, and I'm really excited about. Kind of just like a unable to see, but looking at the data bracket that we're filling out. So, Steve, you want to kind of talk through what we're doing here?
Yeah. So for context, this was something that some friends and I stumbled across about 12 years ago now, and at the Wall Street Journal of all places, like their website, it was the blindfold bracket, and what they would do is they would take the teams, they would just basically randomly generate matchups in each round for you, and they disguise the team names, and they'd only give you some key stats, right? So you'd be looking at a matchup like the Skunks versus the Sharks, or some random stuff like that, right? And they'd be ranking it in terms of on a scale of 1 to 5 for their like their 3-point shooting, their defense, their size, their experience, and like their hot streak, right? Are they on a win streak, lose streak, whatever? And I always thought that was pretty cool. My buddies and I used that a few times, and it was fun, right? Except like, there were times like you'd get like St. John's would win the whole tournament, and I was like, I don't think that's going to happen, right? But you're going essentially based off of like the way these teams match up with each other. So it takes away all your bias. I know a couple pods ago, Robbie, you mentioned like how you don't like, you hated Grayson Allen, where like in the past you would see like Duke, right? Like you would see Duke in the bracket and be like, dude, I just can't, I can't get behind them, even as a 2 seed or whatever, and you always pick them to fail. Virginia was my scapegoat team all the time. I was always like, this team sucks. They underperform every year, then they won it the one year. But so just like a way to eliminate bias, what we did was I took all the teams in Division I and I ranked them on their 3-point shooting, their offensive efficiency, their defensive efficiency, their turnovers, and their free throws, which I kind of combined a couple metrics there to just show their free throw impact, right? Their attempts times free throw percentage. Gave them a rating on a 1 to 5 scale, and we're going to go through every matchup and every round. All the regions are random. I've named the region off of color, so we're red, green, blue, and yellow region, and we'll just select off the matchups here, and we're going to get a completed bracket at the end of this that none of us have any idea who the teams that we picked are, aside of what we're seeing from a statistical side.
Yeah, it's amazing. So we're just looking at the data, and just to clarify, the matchups aren't random, right? They're the real matchups. Like we're looking at,
correct. Yep.
This team's got this stat. They're actually playing this team who has these stats, and we're just looking at, like, I see on my screen red 1 versus red 16. I see their record. I see their strength of schedule. And then I see all those things that you just said, offensive rating, defensive rating, and those things. And we're just picking our winner rapid fire. Like our goal is to do this very quickly, each pick like super fast. And then we'll reveal at the end who we actually picked once we can see the team names.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. So we'll go through each region, the red region first. So when we say like red 1 and red 16, that's just this 1 versus 16 matchup in that red region. These are actual, I matched them to all the completed after Selection Sunday. I went through and made sure that all of our seedings and everything were accurate. So we should be good. And I'm excited to see who we think is going to win off of, these key metrics here. These KPIs.
I love it. And 5, just to clarify too, 5 is good, 1 is bad. So
yep.
If 5's across the board, you are UConn, right? Like obviously not, they wouldn't have all 5s, but essentially the more 5s, the stronger, if you have a 5, you're stronger in the category. If you have a 1, you're
ass.
much horrible in that category. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah. Yep, 5 is good, 1 is ass, and we will. And that's a good segue, I think, into this first matchup. So we can just jump right into the red bracket, or the red region, and we're just looking at the 116 matchup. Obviously, I think I know we're all going to go on this, but just looking at the matchup, the number 1 seed in this region is a Power 6 conference, right? So they're the ACC, the Big East, the Big 10, the Big 12, the SEC, and what's the other one?
The Pac.
The ACC. Oh, yeah, right. The Pac-12. Yep.
Yeah.
We have their record 25-6. Their strength of schedule is somewhere in the 11 to 30 range, and they were 6-2 against top 25 teams. Offensive rating is 4. Defensive rating is 4. 3-point shooting percentage is 3. Free throws are 4. Turnovers are 3. So it's slightly above average in a couple categories, and they're going against a 16 seed from a minor conference, 15-16 record. I mean, how much more do we want to go into this matchup at this point, right?
I vote 1. I vote the 1 seed.
Yeah,
red 1.
We're going to pick
one.
the 1. Yeah, we're going to pick the 1 here. So I'm going to go move red 1 to the winners section here.
That 16 seed looks like the worst 16 seed. And just one other detail that we didn't say, we're each going to have the ability to veto the other two. If like 2 people are saying, that they think this team should win one time before the Elite 8, we can each veto and make a choice on our own.
And it's like a challenge flag. You don't have to use it if you feel good, but if Wilson's getting a little hot, right, you can veto us a little bit.
Awesome. Okay, I'll take this next one. So we got the 8 and 9 matchup. They're both in Power 6 conferences. They have very similar records, 19 and 12 versus 18 and 13. They're both strength of schedule in the 11 through 30. Really similar record versus top 25 too. The 8 seed is 3 and 6. The 9 seed is 2 and 7. And then we got 3s across the board for offensive, defensive rating, 3-point percentage, all those things for the 8 seed. And the 9th seed has 2 categories where they are slightly above average, and that's defense and turnovers. And because of that, I think we should go with the 9th seed here.
Yeah, I'm going to agree. I think the committee got this matchup pretty good too, by the way. Like, this is a solid matchup.
Yep. I was going to say turnover's a big one for me. I mean, it's the only one that's really the key differentiator here. So I say let's go for the 9.
All right. Robbie, you want to take us through the 5-12?
Yeah. All right. Now we got a red 5 versus red 12. Ooh, you picked this for me. Conference, both mid-major conferences. We love to see that.
We love a good mid-major conference.
Yes. This is a 5-12 seed. Records pretty identical, 26-7 for the 5, 27-4 for the 12. Strength of schedule, both in that 50 range. 2-1 for the 5 versus top 25. Offensive rating, defensive rating, pretty much even across the board at 4. Only real differentiator here is clearly the free throw percentage, with the 12 at a 5 and the 5 seed at a 2.
Wow.
And you know what? I'm rolling with it. I'm going with the 12 seed. March Madness is all about free throws. Teams get into foul trouble. You got to have your metric to roll with. I will roll with the red 12.
That's good.
You're good with it? I'm going to roll with it too. I think my dad taught me a long time ago, if you can't hit your free throws in the tournament, you're done.
It's so true, because these games come down to the wire.
It comes down to it, right? And if your free throws are 2, I think you're cooked. And isn't, like, I don't know, I don't have this number in front of me, but isn't the 5-12 matchup usually like the most common upset in the first round?
It's definitely the most picked upset. I don't know. We'd have to look at the data.
Oh, okay.
If it's the most that happened, it's definitely the most picked, though. Yeah.
Well,
it's probably the 9 over the 8. I bet is technically the biggest upset, because it's a lower seed technically, right? Or a higher seed. I mean, on the 9, even though they're right on the border.
Yeah, true. Okay, cool. Well, we'll jump right to the next round, or the next matchup. Here's the 4-13 seed in the red region. The 4 seeds of Power 16. They have, these records are kind of similar, 21-10 versus 27-7, but the strength of schedule for the 4 seed, a top 10 strength of schedule. They've been through it. They got some experience, and they got some good ratings. Offensive rating is a 5. Free throws are 5. 3-point shooting is a 4. And the 13 seed is a mid-major conference team. Strength of schedule, not too good, in worse than the 50th strength of schedule. Did not play a top 25 opponent.
Ooh.
Yeah, so I think that
hurts.
That skews that offensive rating of a 4, and that turnover of a 4, where they're 3s across the board. I'm going to pick the 4 seed.
Yeah, I like that.
Yep, I'm on board. Although they
All
were only 2-7 against top 25, but they at least were in there and had some dubs. So I think
Yeah.
you got to roll with the 4.
Dude,
And
this is
that schedule too is tough.
Yeah.
Top 10.
yeah, this is going to impact. I think I'm going to change my bracket while I still can after I see the results here from
Yeah.
this.
I haven't filled one out just because I didn't want to spoil anything for this.
Nice. Okay, let's do the next one. We got the 6 versus the 11. The 6 is in a Power 6 conference, almost the same record as the 11 seed, which is from a mid-major. The 6 seed is 21-10. This 11 seed is 22-9. They're both in the 11 through 30 strength of schedule. They're both 500 against top 25, 2-2 and 3-3. Actually, the 11 seed has played more top 25 teams, being 3-3. And the 11 seed they're above the average on a couple categories, offensive and defensive rating. Whereas the 6 seed is only above on offensive rating, but they're also above on turnovers. I'm going to actually take the 6 seed here because of the turnovers. I'm going to just go with it. They're from a Power 6 conference. I'm going to guess that their strength of schedule is actually a little bit better. I think 11 to 30 is a wide range there. I'm going to say the 6 seed has probably played a little bit tougher competition and is better in turnovers. So I'm going to take them.
I'm going to go 11 seed. So this is going to come down to you, Robbie.
11, baby. Mid-major. Let's
All
go.
right.
Okay.
This is from the brain of a true gambler. Always take the upset.
Of course.
All right. And now we're going to the 3 and 14. Oops. Let's do this the right way. Okay. Go ahead, Robbie.
All right, yeah, we got red 3 versus red 14. I guess I can stop saying red because it doesn't really matter. 3 seed here, Power 6 conference, 22-9, top 10 strength of schedule. 5-5 though against top 25 record, pretty good. That means they had a hell of a schedule and went 500, which is great. Offensive rating 5, 3-point percentage 5, free throw percentage at 4. 14 seed. Minor conference here. I can't remember what that stands for, but just a lower conference here. Probably an at-large bid potentially here.
Yep.
24-9, so pretty strong record. Strength of schedule not great. 0-2 against top 25, so at least they played them pretty much average across the board outside of defensive rating and 3-point percentage at a 4. I'm going to roll with the 3 here. I think 5-5 in a top 25 record with the top 10 strength of schedule means that this team's a powerhouse. So I will roll with the 3 seed.
Same.
I like it.
Yeah, I don't think we have to debate that one too much. That 3 seed looks like they're pretty solid.
Yeah, I mean 500 record and with a top 10 strength of schedule, it's impressive.
I wonder how long it's going to take for some of you guys to start putting together who some of these teams are. I don't really know because I haven't looked at the bracket more than just when I filled out the sheet. But wondering if you guys are going to start to pick up a clue. If you do, don't say it. Obviously,
I'm trying not to think about it. It's crept into my mind a couple times, and I think I know a couple, but I'm trying to black that out.
Yeah. Good. That's the goal. Okay, so we'll go the 7-10 matchup. There are a couple mid-majors here, almost identical records, 24-6 versus 26-6. The 7 seed had a way better strength of schedule in that 11 to 30 range, where the 10 is below 50. But that 7 seed, man, they only had one game against top 25 and came up short, while the 10 seed is 3-1 against top 25s. This is going to be tough. That 10 seed is 4s across the board. They look pretty good. Whereas the 7 seed defensive rating is 3, free throw percentage is 3, really lights out shooting from 3, and then 4s on offensive rating and turnovers. Guys, this is tough. I'm taking the upset. I'm taking 10.
Yeah, I like that. It's confusing why the strength of schedule is worse than 50 for the 10 seed. And they've played 4 top 25 teams.
Yeah.
Like that's, and then the 7 seed is 11 through 30 strength schedule, and they've only played 1.
Right.
But yeah, I like your reasoning. They're 4s across the board. They're above average in every category.
Robbie, any input on that? You agree?
Doesn't matter what I think, and I would have rolled with the 10 seed. So
I love it.
With you. Yep.
Cool. And then the last in this region of the first round, the 2-15 matchup.
The 2-15. So we got the 2 looks like a powerhouse. They're 24-7. They're a Power 6 conference. I mean, they played 6 top 25 teams. They went 500 against them. They have a 5 in their offensive rating. They're above average in every category except for turnovers, where they're average. And this 15 seed is looking not so good, being worse than 50 strength of schedule. They haven't played a top 25 team. They're a 2 on 3-pointers and turnovers. I'm going to take that 2 seed.
Yeah, I agree.
2.
All right, let's start from the bottom. Let's do the 2-10 matchup.
Okay, we're going to run it back into the next round. Okay.
Snake style, yeah. Oh, God. Robbie, this is you. Good luck.
This one's tough. All right, we got a 10-2 matchup here in the second round. 2 seeds, Power 6, 24-7 overall record. Strength of schedule between 11 and 30. Top 25 record 3-3. So played some tough teams there with a decent strength of schedule. Pretty much 5 and 4s across the board. Turnover is the only one that's at a 3, which obviously in the tournament does matter, right? Pressure's up. You don't want to turn the ball over that much. 10 seed, again, a mid-major here, strong record at 26-6. Strength of schedule in the 50s. But again, that 3-1 top 25 record and 4s across the board. I'm doing it. I'm rolling with the 10 seed here. I just think the strong record 3-1 against top 25, and just seems like they don't really have a deficiency based on these averages with 4 across the board. So I will roll with the 10.
All right, I'm gonna contradict you, and Wilson, you'll be the tiebreaker here. I'm gonna take the 2. I think that 3-1 record against top 25 and the strength of schedule worse than 50 shows that the rest of their competition wasn't really great. So I think a lot of these numbers are going to be inflated because of that. So I'm going to roll with the 2 seed. Wilson, this is on you, the tiebreaker.
You convinced me, Steve. The fact that I think that those are inflated too because of that strength of schedule. So I'll roll with the 2 seed. Sorry, Robbie.
That's okay. It's fine.
All right. Cool. I'm gonna do the 3 and the 11 matchup, right? So this is in the second round. We have the 3 seed and the 11 seed. Why can't I get my seeds put together? Okay, here we go. So round 2, 3 seed and red, 11 seed in the red region. The 3 seed is a power 6. Man, top 10 strength of schedule, 5-5 against the top 25. The 3 seed is I'm remembering here, this is a team that I really liked. I don't know who they are, but I like them based on the stats.
Yeah.
Versus the 11 seed, mid-major, 22-9, a decent strength of schedule, somewhere in that 11 to 30 range, and a 3-3 top 25 record. But man, this 3 seed, there looks like they're going to shoot the lights out on 3. And their offense is potent. I think that's going to, in today's game, that travels pretty well. I'm picking the 3 here. I'm picking the favorite.
Yep, no qualms for me.
Yep, same here.
Cool. Wilson, you want to take us through that?
Yep, the 12-4.
Yep.
I like how we went 9, 10, 11, 12, and we went 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yep.
Okay.
That's awesome.
So the 12 versus the 4 seed in the second round here. Just looking at this real quick, it looks like the 4 seed is at least average in everything, but they're a 5 in offensive rating and free throws. The 12 is a 5 in free throws as well. They're only a 4 on offensive rating, even though that's higher than average. And they haven't played as good of a schedule. So those, once again, are likely a little bit inflated. Whereas the 4 seed has played a top 10 strength of schedule. I got to take the 4 seed because they played that top 10 strength of schedule and they still have 5s in offensive rating and free throws and above average 3-point shooting. So I think the 4 seed wins this.
I'll go with the 4 seed. I think water finds its level here in the second round. That's what usually happens, right? 12 seed has a nice game to start it off, big upset win, then it has to keep rolling. I think this is, again, where reality sets in. I'll roll with the 4.
Okay, I'm going to use my veto. I'm going to go with the 12 here.
Well,
Is it because of that?
Bastard.
It is because I think someone's got it. It's the tournament, man. Someone is going to shake things up. Someone's going to bust a bracket. I think just the way, again, this team just looks pretty solid from a metric standpoint. A really strong record. I know the strength of schedule wasn't there, but I'm going to veto. I think someone's going to get upset and go on a run here to the Sweet 16. I'm going to take the 12 seed and veto you guys.
The one reason why I don't hate that is because the 4 seed does have a 2-7 record against top 25. So they have lost a lot of big games. Yeah.
Yep. That got me too. Cool. All right. So I'm out of vetoes. I'm done.
Okay.
Early. I'm done early. Ooh. Heard that
Classic.
before.
A little bit early, huh?
Yeah, we'll just leave it at
All
that.
right.
maybe,
Yep.
folks.
Great. All right. What are we
All
on
right,
to now?
Family
last
show.
one. Last one in the second round.
Was it on me?
It's
Yeah.
on you. Yeah.
All right. We got red 1 here versus red 9. So 9 versus 1 seed. Both Power 6 conferences, 1 seed, 25 and 6 record. Both, I mean, similar strength of schedules here, between 11 and 30. Top 25 record, 6 and 2 for the 1 seed, 2 and 7 for top 25 for the 9 seed. So did play some teams with a decent strength of schedule, so should be pretty close. In terms of efficiencies across the board, the 1 seed, no one's a 5 here, which is kind of interesting. So the 1 seed has 3 4s in offensive rating, defensive rating, and free throw percentage. 9 seed has defensive rating and turnovers at a 4. I'm going to roll with the higher seed here with the 1, just because of the top 25 record with the metrics being strong.
I like that too.
Yeah, I mean, the numbers don't lie here. I think this is one where I accidentally figured out who it is, but I'm not going to say anything. So let's go with the 1.
Okay. All right. Well, we're going to roll right into the 1-12 matchup in the Sweet 16 round. I think this is where my veto team, my 12, my Cinderella, I think this is where their story comes to an end. So the 1 seed, as we just mentioned, really good record against top 25. I think they do a lot of things well. The 12 seed only kind of beats them in free throw percent and their free throw number, but I just don't think that's really going to have an impact in this game. I think they're going to be outmatched, and we're going to go with the 1 seed here as my vote.
Same here.
I would agree.
Cool. Now, do we think all 4 number 1s will make it? We're going to have to probably kill a 1 here at some point.
I'm sure the data will show us which one to kill.
Okay.
Yeah, this one was definitely not the one to kill.
This is not the one. Yeah, they got that 6 and 2 record versus top 25. That's tough.
Yep.
All right, so the last thing here in this third round is the 3 versus the 2.
Yep.
And just looking at this really quick, I see that the 3 seed has a 5 in offensive rating and 3-point percentage. The 2 seed has a 5 just in offensive rating. However, the 3 seed is a 3 in defensive rating. So you got a super high-powered offense for the 2 seed with an average defense for the 3 seed. For that reason, I'm going to take the 2 seed because with that high-powered, very above-average offense against an average defense, I think that they could just have super firepower and knock out the 3.
Robbie, you're going to be the tiebreaker here because I'm going to pick the 3 seed. I think that 3-point shooting they're ranked at a 5 here. They've been battle tested too. That 5-5 top 25 record. I think there's a team that's going to show up in a big game, and I think their opponents has probably skewed their defensive rating a little bit. I think if 3 seed can shoot the lights out, they're going to make a run. So I'm picking the 3 seed.
I'm going to pick the 3 seed purely based on 3-point percentage here.
Awesome.
I think it's coming down to offense. They're both 5 on the offensive ratings, and it just comes down to what's going to be a differentiator here. If you're shooting a 3-point at a high percentage, I think that's a game changer in the tourney, right? Run and gun, baby. So
I agree.
With the 3.
Okay.
All right. Okay, now we can't use vetoes heading into or beyond that round, right? We can't use veto or whatever round we decided. So now it's the final matchup in the red region, right? Winner goes to the final 4. It is the 1 versus the 3 seed. Robbie, you want to take us through this one?
Yeah. So 1 seed here, 6 and 2, top 25 record, Power 6 conference, 25 and 6 overall, strength of schedule between 11 and 30. So decent strength of schedule here. Going up against the 3 seed that has a top 10 strength of schedule, 5 and 5 against top 25 for the 3 seed, 6 and 2 for the 1 seed. Offensive rating is a 5 for the 3 seed, a 4 for the 1 seed. So they're pretty, I'd say, close here across the board. Same in turnover, same in free throw percentage. 3-point percentage seems to stick out here with the 3 seed at a 5 and the 1 seed at a 3. So I'm gonna lean in here and I'm gonna say let's ride this 3 to the finals. So I will say the 3 seed here purely based on the 3-point percentage because again I just think that matters in today's game.
I'm cool with that because they've also got a
same.
higher strength of schedule than the 1 seed. So I like the 3 seed coming out here.
Yeah, and that's the strength of schedule ranking. It's deceptive, right? Like 11 through 30 means they could have the 29th worst schedule. 1 through 10, this 3 seed could have had the hardest schedule ever. So I'm on board. I love this 3 seed. I don't know who it is, but whoever this is, I think is going to be my team that I pick. But I'll probably change my tune when we get to this next region. What is the green region? So real quick, so for the red region, we picked the 3 seed, and then later on towards the end, we will see who our final 4 are in our completed bracket when we do the reveal.
Now, I think we should, now that we've done that one as an example, and people kind of understand like how we're looking at the stats, I think we should fly through these next 3 regions, and just like pick them quicker. But now that everybody gets it should make more sense.
Yep, sure. All right, let's launch it with the 116 matchup. I'll kick it off. 116, yeah, I think number 1 here. I don't know. This ain't Virginia. We know 1 seed. Okay. 8. We got the green 8 versus the green 9 seed. Wilson, you want to take us through that?
Yeah. Similar record, similar strength of schedule, similar top 25. One differentiator here is the 3-point percentage. The 9 seed is a 5. The 8 seed is a 3. So I'm going to take the 9 seed because of that.
I'm on board with that, Robbie.
Yep. Let's do it.
Okay. Remember, Robbie, Wilson, you guys got vetoes still too. So.
Yep. I'm going to use that strategically.
Okay. All right. I did not use it strategically.
No, you did.
Okay. I just get, yeah. Robbie, you want to take us through the 5-12?
Again, I love this 5-12 matchup. Both mid-majors here, which we absolutely love. 5 seed here is a top 10 strength of schedule. 12 seed greater than 50 strength of schedule here. 5 seeds 3-0 against top 25. They're pretty much even across the board in terms of overall metrics. 5 seed has a higher defensive rating. 12 seed has a higher free throw percentage. I'll roll with the 5 seed.
Yeah, looks easy there.
Yeah, same 5 seed for sure.
Love it.
All right, in the 4-13, we got the 4 seeds of power 6. Strength of schedule not great. 4-3 versus top 25 teams though. The 13 seed, man, don't hit your free throws. I got to go with the 4 seed here.
Yeah, the 13 seed being a 2 on free throws is a killer.
Yep. Go with the 4.
That's going to kill you in March. We'll go to the 6 and 11 matchup, Wilson.
Okay, 6 versus 11. We got the 6 seeds, power 6. The 11 seeds a mid-major. The 6 seed, though, like we just said, bad free throw shooting, 2 on free throws.
Yeah.
The 11 seed is literally just straight up average, 3s across the board. And the 11 seed has played a better strength of schedule than the 6 seed. 6 seed is 4-5 versus top 25, so they got a losing record versus top. I'm going to take the 11 seed here.
Yeah, I'm with the 11 seed too. I think we can't go chalk all the way, right? So I like the upset.
All right, I'll roll with it. Go with the 11.
Okay. I thought you were thinking about it, weren't you?
I was. I didn't want to pull the trigger on an 11-6. It just doesn't feel like my time that I want to do it. So
yeah, it's not worth a veto. No.
Yeah. Okay. All right, Robbie, take us through the 3-14.
Okay. Shout out Red Wings, just tied the game with 19 seconds left.
Oh my God.
Sorry. Again, they suck. So
yeah, right. Exactly.
3 versus 14 here. Decent strength of schedule. 3 seed dominating here with strength of schedule between 11 and 30. 1-4 record against top 25. 14 seed 0-2. Pretty even across the board here in terms of overall metrics.
They both kind of suck.
You know what?
Yeah,
I'm just gonna say the 14 because why the hell not, and make you two decide which one we pick. So I'll go with 14 seed.
Yeah, 14.
Okay, cool. I was going to do the 3 just so Wilson would have to decide. So I like that.
Yeah, that is funny. When you pick first, you can just screw the other guy and be like, the other 2, I don't want to pick this game.
Well, the 14 had a 4 on offensive and defensive ratings. So
yeah. I mean, there's some data behind the decisions.
Yeah.
You gotta follow the data, man.
Yep.
The 7-10 matchup in this region, the 7 seeds of power 6, the 10 seeds of mid-major, similar records, similar strength of schedules. man, the 7 seed is just kind of average across the board. The 10, oh gosh, give me the 7. I'm taking the 7 seed here. Just really don't have a reason other than this is that's shitty teams.
I'm going to agree with you because the 7 seed has a 2-0 record versus top 25. 10 seed hasn't played a top 25 team. They might not know what that feels like to get in there with a tough opponent.
Yep. Cool.
Doesn't matter what I think, so let it rip.
Unless you want to veto, but
No. You will know when I am vetoing.
It does matter what you think.
And boisterous.
okay.
It does matter what you think.
I don't even think we need to really talk about this one. The 2 versus 15. The 2 seed here is 6-5 versus top 25. They played a tough schedule. Let's go with the 2 seed.
2 seed.
I mean, it says their strength of schedule is worse than 50, but they've played 11 top 25 matchups.
Yeah.
That makes no sense.
It just I think this helps identify which conference it is. Like a shittier conference with a good team.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is. Now I'm just like second guessing my data poll here too. So thanks, guys.
No. The data there's nothing wrong with the data.
Okay, cool. I love that. I love that support. Rob, you want to take us to 7-2 matchup?
Yeah, 7-2 matchup here. Pretty even across the board. Same strength of schedules. Biggest difference here that probably sticks out. Metrics are pretty close. 7 seed is 2-0 against top 25. 2 seed is 6-5 against the top 25. I'm going to roll with the 7 seed here because why the hell not? And they're 2-0 against top 25. They didn't play as many teams. Obviously, we don't know when that team was in the top 25. What was that win early in the season or not? But 7's my lucky number, so I'm letting it rip.
Okay. I'm picking the 2. So Wilson, this is your tiebreaker here.
I was considering vetoing, and I don't even have to use it now because I can just roll with you, Steve, and go with the 2. I like that their defense is above average. They played 11 top 25 teams and have a winning record. So I like that 2 seed.
Yeah. Poor Robbie's lucky number.
Poor Robbie's lucky number. Okay, cool. So we got the 2 seed as the winner here. Now we're going to go to the 11-14 matchup. A couple upsets going for a chance to play in the Sweet 16. The 14 seed's a minor conference. The 11 seed's a mid-major. Man, this is another tough matchup too. I'm going to go with the 11, just really based on the strength of schedule. The 14 seed, hooped themselves twice against the top 25 seed teams. So I'm taking the 11 seed.
I'll also go 11 seed.
I'm good with that too because the 4s for the 14 seed might be skewed because they played a worse strength schedule. So let's go 11.
Okay, Robbie, you also sounded like you were at like a UN summit or something when you said that. You're like Sweden agrees.
Yes, Sweden says yes to the new proclamation.
Yeah, it was just like very monotone, like serious.
Yes.
Can you guys hear my son screaming downstairs?
Oh God, I hope not. I hope
Okay.
I hit my kids screaming either.
I can hear him.
Can you?
Yeah.
My kids?
No, mine.
Oh, okay. I haven't gotten a notification yet that I need to pull the plug.
Oh man.
Okay, sorry.
All right.
Go ahead, Wilson.
The 5 versus 4 matchup. Wow, the 5 is a mid-major. They're top 10 strength of schedule, and they're 3-0 versus top 25. I mean, I know that the 4 seed has a few more 4s in there. I'm going to go with the 5 seed just based on strength of schedule in the top 10 and the 3-0 top 25 record.
Ditto.
Okay, I like it.
You can't veto Steve, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I know I'm out. So, Rob, you want to take us through this last matchup, the 1-9?
Ooh, yeah, 1 versus 9 here, both from Power 6 conferences. Strength of schedule similar, not great. At greater than 50. Top 25 record for the 1 seed, 7-2. 9 was 2-3. Pretty similar across the board in terms of overall metrics here. I will go with the 1 seed here, just because they look like they're just better across the board, and I'm probably rolling into the seeding a little bit here. And I love the 7-2 against top 25.
Yeah, I agree with the 1 seed here too.
Yeah. Cool.
All right. Look at that. Look at this. We are making some progress here, boys. I will take us through the 1 and the 5 matchup. in the Sweet 16. So the 1 seed we just mentioned, the Power 6, 7-2 against the top 25. The 5 seed, a mid-major with a 3-0 record against the top 25 and a top 10 strength of schedule. Man, this is wow. I'm gonna go, yeah, I think I'm gonna go with the 1 seed here. I think they just do a little bit more things better than the 5 seed. This probably is going to be a really good matchup. I'm interested to see what this is going to be on our completed bracket, but I'm picking 1.
Yeah, they're 5 on the offensive rating. It stands out to me. I would agree.
Cool.
Veto.
Oh no!
Oh.
You're gonna veto us with the 5 seed.
I'm vetoing. I love the 7. I love the 3-0 record against top 25 with the top 10 strength of schedule. This feels like the right time to do it. So we're doing it.
No,
Nice.
I like that too.
You just got that mid-major bias.
I do. Whenever I see it, I'm like, yes, let's go. Those are my boys. Come on.
That's you're all about that action, boss.
That's right.
I will do. Robbie or Wilson, your turn, right, on the 11 and 2.
Yeah, the 11 versus 2. I mean, they're both like very average teams across the board on all the metrics. They're 3s, except for the 2 seed is a little bit above average defense. They've played a worse schedule, actually. The 2 seed has, but they're 6-5 versus top 25. It says I'm going to go just because of that experience versus top 25 and that better defense. I'm going to stick with the 2 seed.
I agree. I like the 2 seed here.
Yeah, I'm all about it too. Whoops. Shit. Okay, and then a trip to the Final Four on the line. This 2 seed in the green region versus the 5 seed in the green region that got there because of a Robbie veto. Robbie, take us through it.
Yeah. So 5 versus 2 again, mid-major for the 5 seed, top 10 strength of schedule, 3-0 against the top 25. This 2 seed here, 24-7 from a Power 6 conference, 6-5 against top 25. Definitely a worse strength of schedule for the 2 seed here, but stronger record against the top 25. Identical ratings across the board here in terms of overall rankings and ratings, pretty much dead even at 3s and 4s. So because of that, I'm going to let it roll. We're going to roll with the number 5 seed here because they're 3-0 in top 25, and I just vetoed him, so I can't let him go now. So I will go with the 5 seed.
I like the 5 seed too. Broncos country, let's ride.
Cool. I'm good with it.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, like someone's got to win these games, and every year there's that I heard that stat today. It was like every year that there's a team between like 5 and 12 or something like that makes the Final Four. So this is ours in the green region, the 5 seed.
We're an underdog podcast. We roll with the underdog. I like it.
We love it. Give me a second here to set up my screen. Okay. Do you want to try to
Hyperdrive?
Hyperdrive. Okay. I'll start with the 1-16 match.
1 seed.
Yeah, 1 seed.
If you don't have the video, if you're not watching this with video to see these stats as we're looking at them, just know that when we say 1 seed, it's because we can immediately see on the screen everything looks way better for the 1 seed.
Yep.
Okay, 8-9. I'm gonna go with the 8 just because that 2 on 3-point percentage for 9, they might have trouble scoring. So I'm gonna go with the 8.
I'll agree with you. I think that if you go on cold from deep in the tournament, you're going to have a tough time.
Yep. Go with that.
Cool.
Next up, we got the 5 versus 12 seed here. Pretty similar across the board. 5 seed has the top 10 strength of schedule, 3-6 against the top 25. But the 12 seed here, mid-major, 31-3 record, really, really strong. Strength of schedule is outside the top 50, 1-0 against top 25. Definitely just better on the ratings perspective, 4-4 versus 3s across the board on the 5. So, Steve, I'm going to lean into here, and I'm going to go with the 5, purely using your metrics here of like clearly the metrics may not be as strong, but they had a top 10 strength of schedule, so a little bit deceiving there. So I will roll with the 5 seed.
I'm going to go ahead, Steve.
I was going to go 12.
I'm going to go 12 too, just because they won 31 games. That's a lot of wins.
That's a lot of games. That's a lot of games to win. Okay. Cool.
Sorry, Robbie.
Robbie, I feel like you're not getting the breaks you thought you'd get today.
No, that's okay. I'm actually okay with it. If you guys believe in 31 wins against a non-competitive schedule, that's great. I totally get that. And Steve, I would expect you to think that way because you're a Michigan fan and you guys pretty much played nobody. But at least in football, I know you won the title, but the regular season was kind of shit.
Yeah,
So,
listen. My heart's with you and the Mac as well. You know, I fire up chips. Okay.
I know.
But yeah, no, the Michigan season was tough. That's why, I mean, this. So a quick side note on like one of the reasons I really love doing this is because I watched all of maybe 11 minutes of college basketball this season.
Nice.
So like just getting like a Cliff Note version at the end of the year, like how these teams stack up against each other in the tournament is really good for a guy like me who just like completely shit the bed in terms of watching college hoops this year.
Yeah, if you're filling on a bracket and you didn't watch it, this is the best. You didn't watch basketball. This is the best thing you could listen to right now, honestly.
Take out the bias. You're taking out the bias.
Is great. And we can make this. Hopefully, I can make this like a version available if anyone wants to use it. There'll be some pretty strict instructions, maybe even a better version coming out from my buddy Matt. Shout out the Godfather. He's the godfather of my son. So he's nice. Putting together a more user-friendly version of this. Sorry, dude. He's putting out a user-friendly version of this. So hopefully we can have something that, you know, if anyone wants to try this themselves, we can share it. Okay, really quick on the 4-13 matchup.
4 seed.
Yeah, I'm going to go 4 seed. Free throws, man. You got to hit your free throws in the tournament.
Yep. Okay, 6 versus 11. Looks like 6 is very average across the board. So is 11 on the metrics. I'm going to go 6 just because they played more top 25 teams. And they had a winning record against top 25.
I like that.
Yep, we'll go with it.
Cool.
Three versus 14.
3 versus 14. 3 seed is 5-2 against top 25. 14 seed is 0-1 against the top 25. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just rolling with the 3 seed here because they got a much stronger record and similar across the board.
14 seed was 0-1-0 versus top 25. They did not tie.
They did not tie. That's not supposed to be in there. So
that's why I said 0-1. I hope the hell that was it. I was like, wait, what happened this year? Steve really has not been watching college basketball. New rule, you can tie in college. The 3 seed it is. 3 seed advances.
Good.
Yeah, I take the 3 seed. Yeah, that's, you know, I don't got an excuse for that. I just need to be better in terms of my data management.
Hey man, sorry for calling you out.
After you just pitched having this publicly available, that's great. real solidarity here in the metrics.
No one's gonna want this piece of shit. Okay, the 7-10 matchup in the blue region. Man, I think I'm going to pick the 10 here just because that strength of schedule is better. Everything else is pretty similar across the board. And we've been pretty much, with the exception of one upset, we've been pretty much chalk across the board here. So let's throw the 10 out there.
You already know my answer. It's a mid-major. So yes, I'm going with the 10 seed.
Love it.
Okay. Wilson, do you got a veto yet?
I have not vetoed yet, so I still got it in my pocket. Not using it here, though.
All right. I like it.
And then lastly, 2-15. I think it's going to probably be the 2 before we even see this. But, you know what? With the free throws being at a 2 for that 2 seed, and they got a losing record versus the top 25. They're 4-5. I'm gonna take that 15 seed here. I mean, just based off of the fact that usually a 15 seed will get a win, or that has happened lately. And I'm just going to say that that 2 seeds lost some big games and they don't shoot free throws good. So I'll take the 15.
I'm rolling with the 2 seed.
Oh, I'm going to go 15. Wilson really talked me into that. I was trying not to just jump all over that too, Robbie. Sorry.
No, that's okay. That's the whole point of this, right?
Yeah,
love it.
I've gone mid-major all day, but in a 15-2 seed, I just feel
Yeah,
more confident in the
well,
lower seed.
It happens often, though.
Then why don't you? This is a perfect segue into you walking us through this mid-major clash.
Oh, a 10 versus a 15. We love to see it. Both mid-majors, 22-9 for the 10 seed, 19-11 for the 15. Strength of schedule, the 10 seed was, I'd say, second tier here, between 11 and 30th strength of schedule. 15 team was outside the top 50. 10 seed was 3-2 against top 25. Overall, looks like stronger metrics here for the 10 seed. So again, I think Cinderella ends her story here. I will go with the 10 seed.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Yeah, same. We're gonna do the 3 and the 6 seed matchup here. Okay, a couple Power 6 teams, very similar record, very similar strength and schedule. Damn, this one's tough. I'm gonna go with the 3 seed just because they shoot the 3 ball better by a couple points here. So they might run them out of the gym early, and that 6 seed will have to fight back. So I'm picking 3.
Let it rip.
Yep, I like it.
Cool.
Okay, 4 versus 12. Let's see.
It's funny because the seeding does come into play for me. Like I'm thinking in my mind, like, all right, a 4 versus 12, like how I would feel if I even knew these teams. It's even just a pick just on the seed number,
Yeah,
or the higher seed.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
But I think that helps too because that's what I didn't like about the other one, like the original blind bracket.
It didn't have any seeds.
It didn't have the seeds, so like you end up with like a final 4 of like 8, like an 8, 13, 6, and a 2 seed. And it's like, oh, well, this is not realistic at all. So,
yeah, I'm going to take the 12 seed here because once again, this is that same 12 seed that we said they won 31 games. They have very similar strength of schedule to the 4 seed, like similar metrics across the board, but they've got that winning experience with the similar strength of schedule. I'm taking the 12.
Cinderella found her shoe here, right? She found her slipper. I love it.
You going 12 too, Robbie?
Yep.
All right, cool. Don't matter what I think then, I guess.
Nope, technically it doesn't. That would be 2 to 1.
Right. Yep. Yeah, I'll just go fuck off.
You don't have to do that.
All right, take us through this one, Aaron.
All right, 1 versus 8 seed here. Both Power 6 conferences, strength of schedule. 1 seed, definitely the better strength of schedule here between 11 and 30th. 1 seed, 6-2, top 25. 8 seed was 2-4. 1 seed just looks like the better overall record here with the top 25 and has higher efficiency ratings in offense, defense, and turnover. So I'll go with the 1 seed.
I'm for it.
I'm for it too.
Cool.
I thought that was going to be the veto, Wills. I was waiting for it there.
You did have a little hesitation in your voice. I thought that was
I could feel it.
I did. You saw right. I thought about it.
All right. For a trip to the Final Four, the 1 versus 12 seed. I'm not going to spend a ton of time on this. I'm going to go with the 1 seed here. The seeding's playing a bias for me. What do you guys think?
I agree. 6-2 record versus top 25. That 1 seed's battle tested.
Yep. Love it.
And then we got the 3 and the 10 here, Robbie.
Yeah. 3 and the 10. Let's see here. 3 seed, 5-2 against top 25. 10 seed, 3-2, but has a better strength of schedule. Looks pretty even across the board here. I will go and let you guys decide. I'm going to roll with the seeding here. I'm going to go with the 3 seed just because they shoot better 3-point percentage by from a 5 to 3 here. So I'll go with the 3 seed.
I'm going 3-2.
I like the 3 because they're 5-2 versus top 25. I think that's I'm finding that's the thing I care about the most is like how'd you do against top rated teams.
I agree. Okay, and then for a trip to the Final Four, the 1 seed versus the 3 seed in the blue region. Oh God, I feel like I get a lot of tough matchups too.
You definitely do.
Yeah. Geez, the 3 seed can shoot the lights out from deep. I think I like that. I think that's what I'm going to roll with. Another 3 seed in the Final Four for me.
I'm going to use my veto because of the fact that this 1 seed has a high strength of schedule. Well, it's a second tier strength of schedule, but higher than the 3 seed. They got a better record versus top 25, and they play defense better. and they turn it over less than that
Okay.
3 seed.
So the preemptive not needed veto because you didn't know what I was voting yet, but you knew I
Yeah.
was also going to take the 3 seed. So I like it. You were just like, I don't give a shit what you're saying. We're going with the 1 seed. I like it. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
he saw you coming from a mile away.
actually, no, I just didn't want to not use my veto, and we only have one region left, and I don't know if I'll need it, so just threw it out there.
Okay. I like it. If I'm gonna get real semantical on you, we did agree not to use the veto in this round, but
Oh wow, that's a great point. Actually,
but
so,
you know what? But
no,
you know what? Like,
no.
I'm gonna honor you because it's you were so impassioned about it. You changed my mind anyway. So
Okay, well, whatever.
Weak.
but you got no vetoes left, so we're penalizing you.
Okay.
The veto, you lost the challenge, but we're just gonna. It's like didn't they happen in Lions where they challenged against the Texans on the Thanksgiving game?
Yes.
And then
Correct.
Yeah.
you couldn't challenge that play, so they couldn't overturn.
Shout out Jim Schwartz. What up?
Yep. Oh gosh.
All right, what do you got? The one verse 16. Don't even need to discuss. Go with the 1 seed here.
Got
This
it. Yep.
1 seed looks good too. So
Yeah, 7-0, top 25 with the top 10 strength of schedule.
they also didn't tie.
Right.
Yeah, this is going to be a tough 1 seed to beat in this region. I can already tell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be hard to beat UConn in this region.
Is it? I don't know.
No, I don't know. I'm just
See.
guessing because they're 7-0. That's a hell of a record against
Yeah, I
top
don't
25.
know.
I'll be transparent. I might know who it is. I don't know for sure, but I don't know who anybody else in these regions are.
That's fair.
So yeah, so I'm going strictly off the data. The 8 versus 9 seed here. I'm going to go the 8 seed. They're a little better in a couple categories and have a better top 25 record. So that's my pick.
Cool.
Yep. I like it.
Did you just say call?
No, I said cool.
Oh, okay. I like call.
No,
I
no.
like that as
Sometimes I say like kill,
yeah.
like,
Kill.
but no.
Yeah.
I say cool.
Yeah.
Okay, here 5 versus 12. Wow, 2 good teams in terms of their ratings here, but they have terrible strength schedules. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the 12 seed here because they shoot the 3 better. They have a better overall record, even though they haven't played a top 25 team. The 5 seeds lost more than they've won. They're 2 and 3. So I'm going to take 12.
I'm going to go with the 5 seed and let Steve decide.
Man, damn. I forgot I had to do this. I think I'm going to go with the. I think I'm going with the 5, Wilson.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
It's a. I could go either way. It's a close one.
Yeah, that's good. This is a real good matchup. I was surprised at how good those teams were.
Yeah.
Across the board.
All right, what do you got here? 4 versus 13. 4 seed, top 10 strength of schedule, 7-4 against the top 25. Ratings are actually not as strong as you would think, but with that top 10 strength of schedule, I'm rolling with the 4 seed here. It just looks like they just have played a hell of a lot better teams, and that's maybe why their ratings are dipping. So we'll go with the 4.
Yeah, I like that too.
Yeah, this looks like a tough region. I'm just looking at these teams. Dang.
Yeah.
This feels like the East region, but we'll see if this holds.
Ooh, I don't know. I'll have to figure out how to reveal that. I don't know how I didn't plan a region reveal. Interesting. So the 6 and 11 matchup here. A couple Power 6 teams. Oh man. This is a tough matchup. I don't really like what either of these teams bring to the table. So give me the upset. I'm taking 11.
Yeah, these teams kind of suck. So I would say that's fine.
Yeah, I'm good with the 11.
Okay.
It's interesting. We haven't seen a 1 rating on anybody on anything yet.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. I think a lot of the ones didn't make the tournament.
That would make sense. Yeah.
But when I actually ranked the metrics off of just the tournament teams, everybody was like a 3 or higher. So there wasn't much diversity in the scores.
Yeah.
So I had to do it across all of D1.
That makes sense.
This is who's this? Wilson? Is you?
Is this me? Okay, the 3 versus 14. This 3 seed shoots free throws terribly, but they shoot 3-pointers really well. They don't turn the ball over. 3 and 2 versus top 25. I'll take the 3 seed.
Same here.
Yep. Okay, cool. We got the 7-10 matchup.
Yep. 7-10 here. 7 seed, strength of schedule between 11 and 30. 3 and 8 versus top 25, so not great. Not pretty much average across the board at threes for all of their ratings, except for 3-point percentage, where they're a 4, 10 seed, 1 and 3 versus top 25. Strength of schedule is outside the top 50, a little bit better in the overall metrics. I'm going to go with the seeding here. I'm going to go with the 7 seed.
Yeah, I'm going 7 too.
Yeah, I don't like either of these teams, so let's
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm picking both of these teams, either of these teams to lose in the next round. So
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Well, they're the 2-15 matchup in this region. I'm taking the 2 seed.
yep, I like
don't
it.
have to explain it too much.
Easy.
All right, now we'll go with the that's not what I wanted to do. We'll go to the 2-7 matchup. You guys, we'll see you take this. I gotta fix
Yep,
it.
the 2-7. So we've got this 2 seed is a 4 on 3 different categories. The 7 seed is a 4 only on 1. So I'm going to go with that top 10 strength of schedule on the 2 seed, and we're going with the 2 seed.
I concur.
Yep, I'm good with that.
And we had just said that that 7 seed is not going to the next round. So
Yeah, we got to honor that
yeah,
when we say it.
All right, what do we got here?
3-11 for you.
3 versus 11 seed. Pretty even across the board in terms of metrics. 3 seed, not great at shooting free throws, but better in 3-point offensive rating and turnovers. I'm going to roll with the 3 seed here, similar across the board, but just a better 3-point shooting team and better in turnovers. So we'll go with the higher seed, 3.
I'm gonna pick 11. So Wilson, this is gonna come down to you, but I'm gonna honor my free throw claim. You gotta hit him at the stripe in the tournament.
I agree with that, but I'm looking at the 11 seed. They're 1 and 3 versus top 25, so they've had some shots at good teams, and they've lost most of them. I'm going to take the 3 seed.
I like it. Then we have the 5 and 4 matchup here in the yellow region. This 5 seed looks good in metric wise. But man, this 4 seed had a better top 25 record and a harder schedule. I'm taking the 4 seed.
I'm also going 4 seed. So Wilson, doesn't matter what you think. But
Yeah, it's that 4 seed looks better with that top 10 strength schedule.
Yep. I love the strength of schedule matters this time of the year because you've been battle tested.
Big time. Okay, 1 versus 8. This 1 seed looks like a stud team. Their top 10 strength schedule 7-0 versus top 25. I mean, that 1 seed is going to be my winner of this region for sure.
Yep, I'm going with 1 seed. I'm with that.
Same. All right, let's do the 1-4 matchup to get to the Elite 8. Robbie?
Oh man, this is tough. This 4 seed also solid. Both top 10 strength of schedule. 7-0 for the top 25 for the 1 seed. 7-4 for the 4 seed. Ratings better across the board for the 1 seed. I can't get away from this 1 seed that they're 7-0. I think that's absolutely ridiculous. I'm going to roll with the 1 seed here.
Yeah, that is ridiculous.
Same. Yeah.
Yeah.
But the 4, like that, I want to watch this game. I'm a fan of watching this game.
Yeah.
Definitely.
All right, and we got the 2 and the 3 seed in the yellow region, a couple Power 6 teams. The 2 seed, I like the 2 seed because they have a stronger strength of schedule, and the 3 seed has their free throw issues.
I like it.
Yeah, I like it too. This is the first region that we've gone 1, 2, 3, 4 that are there, and then 1, 1, and 2. Like we've actually followed the seeding on this one.
Yep. And
But I think we already know this 1 seed. We're going to like this 1 seed here with that.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Definitely picking the 1 seed here.
Okay. All right. Well, we have a Final 4 now.
All right.
That was a gauntlet.
I'm curious when we're done here if we can guess. I think this 1 seed is UConn, just based on that schedule. I think that's what it is, but I can't remember if they had any losses to top 25.
I think that this 1 seed could be UConn, and it could be Purdue.
Yeah, I was thinking Purdue would be the other one too.
I think I know what it is, and one of you are right. I'll just leave it at that. We'll do a little reveal, but I think I know the answer. I could be wrong, but like I said, I don't know. That's literally the only one team that stood out.
Dude, I'm so excited to see this reveal. Oh my gosh.
Okay. So we have the 3 seed in the red region, the 1 seed in the blue region, the 5 seed in the green region, and the 1 seed in the yellow region. I actually like this because not all 1 seeds make the final 4. There's always a 5 seed run into the final 4 makes sense. A 3 seed run to the final 4 makes sense. This is good. Let's pick our A matchup is the green region versus the yellow region. We have the 5 seed in the green region and the 1 seed in the yellow region. Whose turn is it? Robbie, you want to take us through this one?
Yeah, I mean, I'm having trouble coming off that 1 seed. I think they're just an absolutely dominant team. I'm going to go with the seeding here with the 1. I think the 5 seed is a hell of a matchup. 3-0 against top 25, top 10 strength of schedule. It's a mid-major here, but all the metrics to your point me to the 1. The only reason I would pick the 5 would just be because I think there could be an upset, and this team's been good. Clearly the 1 seed for so long, but I will stick to the seeding here and go with the 1 seed.
Yeah, I mean, they're top 10 strength of schedule, and they've still got 5s in 3 categories.
That's what matters. That's what matters.
My only argument is this 5 seed, again, another top 10 strength of schedule, didn't lose to a top 25 team either, and a better defense.
That's solid, but
let's see. Does that sway anybody?
It doesn't sway me, but this should be a great game.
Yep.
Okay. Nice try.
Want to watch this game. Want to watch this game big time.
Okay. So we're picking yellow 1 here.
Mm-hmm.
And then on the opposite side of the bracket, we have the red 3 and the blue 1. Oh my God.
This one's close.
Couple power 6s. Really not much of a difference in strength of schedule. The red bracket winner is a top 10. I remember this red 3 seed. I don't remember in terms of who they are, but I remember off the data. I really like the Reds, the 3 seed out of the red region. I think they're going to continue to run. I think they're battle tested with just a 5-5 top 10 record, and doing it with a 5 offensive rating and a 5 3-point percentage. I'm going to pick the 3 seed from the red region here.
I will also say the 3 seed. I agree, just for the sake of not having 2 1 seeds in the finals. Also,
well, yeah, I mean that 1 seed does have a 6-2 top 25 record, which is great. But I like that red 3 that they could go hot. They got that 5 offensive rating, that 5 3-point percentage.
Yeah.
So let's go with that.
Okay. All right. Now we got our final matchup: red 3 versus yellow 1. This is a good matchup too. I like this. Once the data populated, Wilson, why don't you take us through?
I mean, red 3, they both have top 10 strength of schedules. The thing that really stands out here is red 3 is 5-5 versus top 25. Yellow 1 is 7-0. Like, they both are really highly rated on all these metrics. There's 5s all over the place. But I'm going to stick with yellow 1 with that crazy top 25 record of 7-0.
I'm gonna pick against you at red 3. So Robbie, you're gonna pick the championship.
We've got one shining moment. We're going with number 1. I agree. We're going with the 1 seed.
Okay.
As much as I would love for it to not end with us choosing a 1 seed, I mean those numbers. If we're looking at the numbers, they stand out against this field significantly.
If this is Purdue, I'm going to be pissed. I just want that to be known. I do not want this to be Purdue.
Same. I agree. I want it to be UConn.
Yeah, if this is Matt Painter, I quit. I'm done if this is Purdue.
I will just really quick point out, who would have thought Robbie and I would have both sang a little bit on this podcast today, and Wilson didn't at all.
See, I don't just sing though. Like, I hate actually just like putting my voice out there unannounced and unasked for. So
Okay. Yeah. So you're saying it was you didn't ask for any of this?
No, but I love it
picking
when
up.
you guys do it. I just hate when I do it.
Okay, fair enough. All right, you guys want to see your completed? Let me do one thing real quick. I'm going to stop presenting. I'm going to try to do a little bit of a reveal here for you guys.
Ooh.
I'm going to see if I can't get a.
So we know that we chose either UConn or Purdue. We think that that's pretty likely.
Yeah, that's my guess. My guess is that was I'm hoping it's UConn, but we shall see.
I think we might have had UConn and Purdue in this Final Four,
Yeah.
but I don't know who those other teams were.
This is this is interesting. We have in the red region here. You guys see what I'm looking at now?
Wow, it's Baylor.
Yes. So
Baylor.
So let's give the people listening here. So
Okay.
Steve, can you read off who our Final Fours are? Who is in our Final Four?
Okay, our Final Four is Baylor out of the red region, Purdue out of the yellow region. I named it gold here for some reason. Houston out of the blue region.
Good pick.
And San Diego State.
No way.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then we have Purdue over Baylor. So Robbie, you're Purdue winner here.
Shit.
Oh,
Yeah.
Wilson, we're in trouble.
Dude. Well, you know what? If Michigan State lost 3 times this year to Purdue, and if they win it all, I mean, that'll make me feel better about all 3 of those losses.
Wow. This is not how I thought it was going to check out.
Baylor had a solid season, right? I mean, that was a big win for Michigan State, obviously winning Baylor, but they've been rolling too. Like and I actually, here's the thing, as much as Matt Painter doesn't win like Purdue, like Houston's always a team that like does advance first, second round of the tournament. They generally have like a senior laden team, right? Like Houston, how many times over the past couple of years has Houston been in the Sweet 16 and just been right on the cusp of getting to that like Final Four and winning the title? So I like having them coming out of the blue region here.
Wait, let's take a look back at some of these upsets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
We got Grand Canyon in the red region. New Mexico over Clemson.
We got Grand Canyon winning
oh yeah.
twice.
We got Grand Canyon getting to the Sweet 16.
Wow.
I like that. I might.
Yeah.
Man, Alabama's going to be a tough beat, but man, I got to relook at this.
Wilson, you see your Sparties. We got them over Mississippi State. So
I feel like that's very reasonable. I mean, they are favored in that game. So,
and then just to get probably thumped by North Carolina makes a lot of sense too.
They might, yeah.
Yeah. I always forget about North Carolina. Like I feel like they're always under the radar in terms of like sneaky good, right?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, obviously they're a good team, but like North Carolina to the Elite Eight, right? And losing to Baylor is, I wouldn't have picked that probably on my own.
No, Baylor's obviously the big surprise. Baylor and Grand Canyon are the big surprises in that region to me.
Yeah.
Yep.
On the yellow region, let's see, we have Creighton getting to the Sweet 16.
As a
Creighton.
3 seed, they're just, that seems surprising that it's Creighton, but they're just usually not seeded so high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Tennessee, probably right in the back of
Dalton Connect.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. Man, that was a good matchup. Was this a good matchup too, Purdue and Tennessee? That was one, Robbie, you said that's a game you want to watch.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
And so just to confirm, we had the red region here actually ended up being, let's just make sure we have this right.
Yeah, please be right.
Yeah, no. I just mean like which region. So the red region here was the West. So that's where North Carolina and Baylor were, is in the West. And then Purdue is in the Midwest. So that means that the gold region was Midwest. The red region here was West. And then we have the UConn here, which was in
the East, right?
East.
Yep.
UConn's in the East, which would be the green region, and then the South would be the blue region. So
yeah, no big surprises to me in that Midwest gold region there. like Purdue coming through. I was not super surprising. Tennessee being there. Yeah.
I think they said the East region, and Wilson, I think we touched on this a little bit last night. I think the East region has like 7 of the top like 20 teams are all in the East region. I think it's going to be the toughest region to come out of, which is interesting because that's UConn, which is one of the stronger teams coming out of that region.
Yeah.
This is the most surprising one to me, just taking a quick look at this with San Diego State coming out of this region, and what we picked here is definitely the most surprising Final Four team out of what we chose here. And then the other thing that stands out to me in this region is that we have Morehead State over Illinois and Duquesne over BYU.
That's so funny. That's so great. I mean, Illinois, I wouldn't be shocked for an upset against Illinois in the tournament. Like, they're not like some proven team in the tournament, right? Like, Illinois has not had like great success in the tournament, and like, will their style carry?
It's been a long time since they have that. And I will say, you made me choose Duquesne to go down to BYU in our bets last night. And I said that what is shocking to me here is just literally based off of not looking at this data, just literally based off of one game that I watched Duquesne play. So I'm going to talk myself up here. I chose this exact thing for them to win 2 games because I watched one game of theirs this year and I thought that team looks pretty good. Yeah. So that makes me feel good about myself.
Yeah. And the data supported that theory.
And then they'll go in and they'll lose by 20 in this first round.
So here's the real question is, Wilson, how do we roll this into our bets here? So obviously we picked a bracket here. Do we got to like bet on these Final Four teams to get here? Like, do we got to pick some of these upsets and put some real cash against?
Honestly, we should.
Yeah. I was thinking like we should bet every first round game.
In a parlay or individually?
No, don't tempt me with a big parlay.
I would never ever do a parlay ever.
No, you can't. That's a waste of money.
But just like, imagine putting $1 on that.
And I wouldn't even want to put in all those into FanDuel. It'd be a giant pain in the ass.
Yeah. But if you bet every game, right? Like if you said like every matchup you have to do money line points or some sort of like player prop or in-game prop. Like if you bet every game in the first round, you'd probably
I mean, if you're offering up to fund this, Steve, I think it would be like I'm all like as your contribution to the pod. I think Wilson and I have been looking for some incremental revenue streams here. I think it would make a lot of sense to do that. So I'll share my Venmo over. And if you just want to throw over a couple hundred, I think that'd be. I mean, Wilson, I'm sure you're on board with it, right?
I'm super on board. And actually, you know what? I could probably even just do $5 on any of these. I'm funding for my own. But Steve, if you want to contribute to the pot, I'll throw 20 on each of these.
Yeah, not a problem, Steve. Thanks for offering to match us. Shout out to Priority Waste, official pod sponsor.
Yeah, Adam, that's a no for me, dog. I'm gonna not fund this myself. I was thinking like what would you have to wager on every game? Like $2 a game or something like that to make like, first of all, what do you think you would go, right? If you bet all, 32 first round games?
I mean, my guess is you're going to, depending on what you're betting, like if you start going over unders, like it depends if you're just doing money line. Like I'd probably do money line just because the odds are probably going to be better in that case. And I'm probably leaning toward like the underdogs. I'd probably just put a little bit more money just because I'm going to get more bang for my buck. But like a 16 versus a 1 seed, I'm not going to bet. Like I'm not going to bet UConn at that point. I'd probably be playing like a player proper and over under. But
sure, yeah.
I mean, my guess is you probably go about 500 would be my guess, just using the law of averages. But probably a little bit under, right? Like if you hit, I don't know, 30-40% on this many games, it'd probably be pretty good. But
what if you bet this Final Four to be in the Elite Eight?
Yeah, I think either that or I'm going to pick our Final Four. I'm going to bet all 4 of those. I'm going to do individual bets to win the tournament.
Oh, to win it all?
Yeah, because I think the odds are just going to be better in that situation. Like I'm not in the business of trying to bet, like just odds that aren't in your favor. You know what I mean? Like I'd rather be betting money where I'm getting plus odds, which you're going to get that for the most part here, except probably like a UConn and a Purdue. I'm not even sure what they are right now, what the latest line is on them to win it, but that's what I'm probably going to do.
Check out, not to completely derail, check out this James Madison over Duke.
Yeah, I was just going to say, we didn't call out any of the big surprises in this blue region. That's the one that sticks out the most to me. Other than that, it's really just like Boise State sticks out a little bit. But really, it's Jamestown.
Western Kentucky over Marquette. Marquette was the 2 seed we had losing.
I could see it though. I really could.
Yeah. It's just so funny, like all these teams that are in the tournament, like everybody gives me like a different like nostalgic memory where like I remember Western Kentucky, like I remember skipping class in college and watching the tournament and watching like Western Kentucky hit like a half quarter to win.
I remember when they won. Yeah, I remember that.
And like because of that, like I would like in an actual bracket, not blind, I would probably pick them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's still fun.
UConn to win it's plus 360, Houston's plus 550, Purdue plus 700. So like you're still getting great odds on those.
Yeah.
Baylor's plus 3,000. So I'm going to throw down a couple bucks on those teams to win it.
I'll do the same.
I like it. Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Well, that was awesome, Steve. Thanks for
this is fun. I'm glad it worked out.
You killed it, Steve.
That was super fun.
And then hopefully we'll have it available if anyone wants to use it.
For a small fee of $5.99. No.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Yeah, there you want that revenue stream, Robbie.
Yeah, that's right. Sign up now to get a $10 off coupon code.
If you listen to this and you change your bracket because of it, you got to share the podcast with somebody. That's the rule. Like if this benefits you, you've got to tell somebody about our podcast.
Right. Or if you use the tool, you have to tell 2 people about the podcast.
There you go.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. I like it. Fun fact. Wings win in overtime. Came back from a 2-0 deficit to win 3-2. Or they won 4-3. This is what we need, but they suck, so it's not going to keep going, but that's okay.
No, I think the curse is broken. They won while we're recording the pod.
No,
that's
Wilson?
The breaking of the curse. I'm calling it. I'm calling it.
Steve, I had nothing to do with this. Nope.
Mm-mm.
No, I'm proclaiming victory over this curse. So I'm actually breaking the curse right now by saying this.
Okay.
Okay. With that said, I gotta go because I hear my son screaming downstairs again.
All right. Best of luck to you, Wilson.
All right. Thank you, guys. This was amazing. Thank you, Steve.
Yep.
All right.
Are you sign us off?
Yeah, Wilson. What is this your first podcast or what are we doing?
Okay,
here?
Fine. All right. Well, thank you for listening to this special bracket edition of Take the Points. And until next time, we hope you enjoy the March Madness tournament. We'll see you back soon on Take the Points.
True. Underdog March Madness podcast.
He blew it.
We blew it.
See you guys.
All right. See ya.
See ya.